League of Legends, as we know, is a very popular game all around the world. They've added some really cool items over the years, but they've also taken away some of our favorites. Now, back in 2014, we brought you our top 5 items Riot removed, but it's been a while, and we're here now to go over some other items that were removed, but not forgotten. Coming in at number 5, we have the particularly potent item, Zhonya's Ring, which while it was active in the game, gave a whopping 120 ability power in flat stats, but also had a passive which increased ability power by 25%, and another unique active which placed the character into stasis for 2 seconds, rendering them invulnerable for the duration. Now, Zhonya's was removed back on January 4th of 2011, citing some well-deserved power concerns. It was a one-stop shop for virtually every caster in the game, but Riot liked the two halves and remade them into items we know today as Rabadon's Deathcap and Zhonya's Hourglass. At number 4, we have Madred's Bloodrazor. Removed in December of 2012 during the pre-Season 3 patch, this item was necessary to take down any of the pesky tanks or bruisers on the enemy team. Once completed, you gained 25 armor, 40 attack damage, and 40% attack speed. But that's not all. The real value was in its unique passive, which was, your basic attacks deal bonus magic damage equal to 4% of your target's maximum health. Now that's pretty massive, and after this item was removed, Riot eventually replaced it with Blade of the Ruined King. It's good, but it'll never hold the same place in our hearts. Arriving at number 3, we have Trillia's Reverie. Featuring 250 health, 10 health regen, 10 mana regen, and 10% cooldown reduction, and a unique active which caused nearby allies to gain 40% movement speed for 3 seconds, this item was a welcome addition to many players in the support and tank roles due to its initiation potential. This item was remade into Talisman of Ascension in the pre-Season 4 patch, and traded the health for more cooldown reduction, mana regeneration, and gold over time, solidifying its place as a support item. At number 2, we actually have a tie. We have sister items, Sword of the Occult and Leviathan. These items, along with Magi's Soul Stealer, had a scaling mechanic, rewarding the player for excellent play and snowballing their lead ahead of their opponents. Sword of the Occult featured a mere 10 attack damage without stacks, but had a unique passive which granted 5 attack damage per stack, and 5 stacks upon first purchase. You were given 2 stacks per kill or 1 per assist, which capped at 20 stacks. Upon reaching 20 stacks, you would gain an additional 20% attack speed. If you were slain, however, you would lose half your stacks. A skilled player could usually keep their stacks up, and since this item, once full, granted more attack damage than even a Bloodthirster or Infinity Edge, it made it a valuable addition to any arsenal. Leviathan acted much the same way, the main difference being in that it was designed primarily for a tank, and granted 180 health, 32 health per stack, and 15% damage reduction at max stacks. Now at number 1, we have the infamous Deathfire Grasp. This item, when added to the game, was intended to be the caster's way to deal with beefy tanks. Despite providing 120 ability power and an additional 10% cooldown reduction, it simply didn't feel complete without the unique active, which dealt 15% of target champions max health in magic damage and applied the debuff Doom, which amplified all magic damage the champion took by 20% for 4 seconds. Naturally, it didn't take long for the community to realize that this worked just as well on squishy targets, and champions like Veigar, LeBlanc, and Lux, who were already quite capable of dispatching enemies in bursts, became even more terrifying, often killing their target before they could respond. In the end, Riot decided to replace Deathfire Grasp with Luden's Echo for burst champions, and Liandry's Torment for dealing with tanks. We have one more as an honorable mention, the Mana Potion. Our lovely blue potion would restore 100 mana over 15 seconds, proving to be quite useful for supports and casters. Riot removed the Mana Potion during pre-Season 6, but did compensate the champions who used them with some extra mana and mana regen. This rounds out our list for today, but be sure to let me know what items you miss for League of Legends in the comments below. For everything League of Legends, be sure to check out Leaguepedia. This has been Andrew from Curse saying thanks for watching and enjoy the game.